Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the More Analytics Afternoon Energy Podcast for January 30th. Okay, starting off with the natural gas, saw another lower day today. Trade below 340.10, projects us downward 220 ticks minimum, 460 plus maximum. We attained 339 of that going into today, and then another 17 ticks or so on the downside. I would also caution we may be in the last stretch of this move down. And if we break back above this low here at 306.20, that might bring in short covering. It could start this into a bullish correction against the move down. There's also possible extension levels down here at 301.40 and 297.40 to 295.20. And then there's final exhaustion, corrective exhaustion down here at 289.70 to 284.40. Crude oil, warns of short covering on the day. We also just broke above this formation right here, which is bullish. Just as a backdrop here, I warned the trade back below 78.49. Should bring in solid pressure, likely for days. We saw $6.47 of that. That was the break above here, came off here. Now we've broken above this, which now has it bullish. If we were to fail back down through there decently, that would warrant decent pressure. That line's going to come in at 72.74 minus 2.3 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Further break below this formation right here, which is going to come in at 72.43 plus 0.7 of a tick per hour would also project this downward. And the RBOB, I said the trade above, bear with me a second. Said to get long above 206.87 plus 7 per hour. That was this line right here. We popped above, pulled back to it, and rallied again. We've now also broken above this formation, which came in at 207.99 minus 2.4 per hour. That also projects us higher. If we were to fail back down through this line, this line decently, that will warrant a decent pressure again. That comes in at 207.20 minus 2.4 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would also note from the projections down here, we held right here above this exhaustion level a couple times here at 203.01. Okay, heating oil also turned bullish. I said to get long on a decent penetration above 236.55 minus 9 ticks per hour. That was this line right here. We broke above that right here this morning. We started to rally. If we were to fail below this formation right here, that would warn decently, that would warrant a decent pressure. That's going to come in at 237.18 plus 2 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maintain gap higher in there would leave a minor bullish reversal below tomorrow as well. Okay, and the Brent trade below 81.17 had projected this downward $1.25 minimum, 260 plus maximum. We attained $6.19 of that, another bearish one here. And we broke below this formation, did not see much pressure, broke back above it. That started us, got us bullish again. And we also broke back above this line, which also makes us bullish as well. If this was to fall back down through this line decently, again, I would take a shot, get short. That's going to come in at 75. 79 plus 0.3 of a tick per hour, starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and the gas oil also turned bullish today. I also warned of range expansion in here, which we saw on the day. So decent trade above 692.74 minus 46 per hour, warrant renewed strength. Broke above that right here, and we're starting to see the strength. If we were to fail down through this formation down below, which is going to come in at 695, 696 to 695.75 through tomorrow, that would warrant a decent pressure. And likewise, if we break below there decently and back up through it decently, look for decent short covering to come in. I'd also note that a maintained gap higher tomorrow with even minor bullish reversal below. And going into tomorrow, the heating oil is again the strongest, the RBOB in the middle, and crude the weakest out of the three relative to one another. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good evening, and I'll see you on tomorrow's podcast.